Charlie McAvoy because it was my alternate lead this morning. And so yesterday he was discussing the chemistry on this hockey team this season. And so I caught my ear a little bit. Here's what Charlie McAvoy said yesterday.
I don't tread lightly on this because I don't want to take a shot at last year or anything because there's a lot of guys that aren't here anymore that I love deeply. But I think, the chemistry of this year, it feels a little different. We were able to sort of, water that seed a little more. I know last year we were right on the road. We didn't get to do some of the bonding stuff to get to know each other. And then before we know it, Monty was fired. So, it was whatever. But this year has just been a little bit different. We were able to kind of learn from the mistakes maybe of last year and find a way to get this team as cohesive, as close as we can. And I think that it's helped us in this first half here a lot.
What do you read into that if you're somebody who reads into things when it comes to the chemistry being different and I want to tread lightly and some guys aren't here anymore?
Who I love deeply.
Who I love deeply.
But may have been causing an issue.
Yeah. The locker room wasn't the greatest place to be last year.
I wonder why that is.
That's what it seemed like. And
the reaction that Marchand had to that report just proved Rich was right. Like, you don't react that way if somebody's lying.
Jeez,
you laugh about it.
I hate to think that.
The fact that he's going to have a job after this is insane.
That's a psychotic thing to say, that Rich Key, father of two, should lose his job.
Yeah, that part's dumb. But I just hate to think that about Brad Marchand, but maybe he just wasn't a great captain. I don't know.
That's how you lose a job.
Or maybe it could have been his leadership style was a little bit different that these guys aren't used to. He comes from a different era.
Yeah.
So maybe it could have been that more than anything. I don't know. I wasn't in that dressing room.
I think it was more like, so he said they didn't have time to team bond, then Monty gets fired, and then the rest, once Monty got fired, the rest of the season was an S show.
Yeah, but he said he needed to tread lightly because some of those guys weren't there.
That team bond.
Because I think, and this is, again, I love Rich Keefe. I think that he's saying I need to tread lightly because this all happened last season. Brad got pissed, and sometimes media takes things and runs with it. That's why I think he said I need to tread lightly because there are guys that are no longer here who I love.
The team bonding thing, I call cap on that because I'll ask a question.
Like, are they doing trust falls?
No.
They hung out in Vegas this year.
Somebody explain this one to me because, like, I'm a 4-year-old. Monty, who was the coach prior to last season?
Monty.
Monty.
So what in that?
Well, he's kind of lumping the two together.